Paso from Less Than Perfect, Hard and Firm are going to sing a song for us. Our first guest tonight has been a boxer, a cab driver, a nanny, a lawyer, and a maid. Now, though, he takes on the greatest challenge of his life, making good on his vow to destroy Oprah. I wish him well. From the Tony Danza Show, seen every day right here on TV, please say hello to Tony Danza, everyone. Great to see you.
Hey, wow, this is a nice new set.
It's all right, right? We spruced it up.
Yeah, I was like, I said, no, I know the way. And they go, no, you don't know the way. You know? So, well, it's nice to be. Hey,
it's a new way. Congratulations on your second season of the show. I know
thanks very much.
That's not an easy thing in daytime television.
It's pretty cool.
It's a tough nut to crack there.
Pretty exciting, yeah. And we got a time slot here in LA next year. You know, I'm on. Not after, I'm on after the Oprah repeat after you. I'm on here in L.A.
She's ruining it for everyone.
Yeah, I know.
I'm glad you're finally going to take her out, though.
I'm going to be Topra.
Topra. What has been the hardest part of doing the show for you?
I think sometimes the hardest thing is to feel good after the show. Because sometimes you feel like you didn't do such a good job. And you know, you're walking down the hall and the security guy goes, nice show, Tony. And you know you weren't great, you know, but it's that thing that you have to find.
Have you tried drugs?
I'm actually thinking about it. Yeah, I'm going.
The funny thing is, no one really.
Are you doing that? That's what you?
Oh yeah, like crazy. No one really watches the show that works here on the. You know, it goes on. They all pretend they kind of hear what goes on. And
yeah,
they'll tell you
exactly. They go,
afterwards.
hey, great show, you know, and you know you stunk that day.
And they're flossing and eating the snacks that are supposed to be for the guests and that sort of thing. I thought this may have been the hardest thing. You decided to roller skate.
No, I was
And it seems like you're goofing around there until you look at the next picture, which is you actually going head over heels.
It's a weird thing, you know. I was trying to do this bit for the show. You know, it's like we do these cold openings every day. You know.
Yeah.
Let me have.
You got to get rid of that because
let me have the picture. Let me have the picture. Let me explain what happened.
There
so what happened is that. So we do this cold opening. So my idea was, because the gates, you know the gates?
Yeah, the Christo
thing. 4 million people saw the gates, 1 injury.
That was you.
Yeah. So here's what happened. So here were the gates. So I said, you know what we'll do this bit where I'll skate through the gates. Okay, skating through the gates, and then I'll you know what else? I'll film it myself. I'll hold the camera.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
This picture.
Yeah.
Right. And what I'll do is I'll go, here I am skating. Here's the gates. Here's my skates. You know, I go like this. Can I get up? Can I get up?
Sure. Go
ahead.
Here's
my skates. Here's the gates. I'm here. I go, and then I was supposed to fake a fall. And we'll move the camera, make a sound effect, and then
hilarity ensues.
And then I'll show up. I'll show up with one of these curtains wrapped around me.
Right.
And hang this up, and we're live in New York City. All right.
It's gold.
Gold. Okay.
Right.
Well, just as I was about, if you can see, there's like a little grating here. Here's the beginning of the fake. You see that grating?
Yeah.
I didn't see that grating.
Yeah.
And my skate went in there, and then I launched myself.
Yeah.
So then if you see this here, I try to get and what's great about these pictures is that when you go to the doctor, you say, this is what happened, doc. You see? So
Luckily there was paparazzi there. What happened to you?
I detached the tricep from my elbow. Came off because I was trying to protect my head.
Oprah would never do that. She would never.
I was launched towards the gate, towards the post. See, right towards the post. So I tried to save myself. By the way, I did hit my head.
You should sue Christo in the city.
No, I almost knocked myself out. I got up, I had that sort of sweaty, nauseous feeling.
Yeah.
And it was like old times.
Yeah, like the boxing ring.
And then I looked over at the stage man and he went, 1 minute, you know, because I had to go on.
Really?
So it was weird.
Well, the show must go on.
And then I had surgery. I had to have surgery on my elbow. And now I'm stuck here. I can't reach my face with this hand.
Really?
I'm not allowed to bend my arm past this point.
You can't reach your face?
No, I can't reach my face. See, I can't do this.
How do you pick your nose?
I want to move. I can't pick my nose. It's impossible.
Really?
I can't do anything. And think about this. How do you wash that armpit?
Well,
really, think about it. I can't reach that armpit, see? And I figured it out. So you take the washcloth, you wet it, and you snap it under your arm, and you catch it. And then you pull it out like this.
You're very resourceful. Oh,
But it was great.
That's good singing.
Because I did it for sweeps. We did the operation. You know, every talk show host has to have his procedure.
Yes, you're right.
You know what I mean? Letterman, what do you got to have yours. Wait.
No,
you had yours.
I'm
You
working
blew
on
up.
a heart
no,
attack.
you blew up.
Yeah.
Remember? You blew up.
I ate too
Letterman
many
had his
Advil.
heart. Regis had his heart. Katie Couric
Larry
did that
King had his heart?
colonoscopy. I don't want to do that on TV. So my elbow was just perfect. And
Yeah.
we did it, and we did it, and
That's really
and
nice.
I launched myself.
There's something
This
particular
was
I
from
want to ask you
the Daily
about.
News, you know.
I know that
Yeah.
the paparazzi follows you everywhere.
They did a sequence of my fall.
You
Yes.
you were in this documentary I was what? Let's run the clip of a documentary, and this is a very strange thing, but take a look.
Tell them what it was. Oh, man.
But when I was in jail, a lot of people supported me. Jasmine Guy, Jada Pinkett, Mickey Rollins. He just wrote me funny stories. But the name that sticks out of my head the most, and I keep saying this, is Tony Danza. To me, he is the bomb forever. I will be his #1 fan forever, because when I got his letter, I was like, whoa. I was screaming out to everybody, guess who wrote me?
Well, there you go. What?
Yeah, imagine. It kills me. I picture Tupac going up and down the cell block saying, "Hey, yo,
I got a letter from
Yeah,
Tony Danza.
yeah,
Why did you send Tupac a letter?
Because first of all, I heard his song "Dear Mama." He was in jail with 5 bullet holes in him. There was a sexual harassment. He did something anyway. And he's in jail. He's got Thug Life written on his stomach. And I said, geez, I heard "Dear Mama." This is a great song about his mother, what he put his mother through. It's such a great song. So I wrote him a note. And that was another problem. Do you write Dear Tupac? Do you write Dear Pac? Dear
Dear.
Dear.
What did you write?
I wrote Dear Tupac.
Dear Tupac,
I just spit on myself. But anyway, so I wrote Dear, and I said, maybe this thug life ain't working out for you. You're in jail, and you wrote this great song, and maybe you could be. I understand the realities of the business. You can't be a goody two shoes, but maybe there's something good you could do for the world too. You could be part. I don't know what I was writing, sort of, and he didn't either. He wrote me back and said, "I'm glad I understand him," which was I had to write him another letter, and then we sort of started corresponding. And
Have you written to other rappers in prison?
I've written to people in prison.
Really? You do?
Oh yeah, I write to people in prison. Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people in prison.
Is that right?
That's my problem. Yeah.
Wow.
I got a couple with me.
Did you and Tupac become friends? Or?
Yes, we actually. Well, we wasn't like we were running together or anything, But I do have street cred now. Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
you really do.
You heard of Vanilla Ice? I'm Italian Ice.
There you go. Well,
no, but I was really. It was something. He wrote me back.
How did he know you from Who's the Boss or Taxi? Or?
Yeah, he knew me from the show, and it was weird. It's just something I thought I'd reach out to the guy. I'm Tony Danza. I could write to anybody.
Right.
And a lot of times people, you got to know.
You can write to Coolio
Did
if
you get a
wanted
note from
to.
me?
Yeah, I did get a note from
me.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, and I did my time, and now I'm fine. Thank you so much.
I write notes. I think notes are great. I think that what happens is that some things, and that's different. That's a different situation. Usually it's to recognize, people get recognized for something. Somebody gets an award or somebody does something nice. You write a note, say, hey,
right.
And
in Tupac's case, it really turned his life around.
Well, I know. I was a little late.
Yeah, a little late. You should have written 3 notes, maybe.
I know, I was trying. No, I'm telling you, that's exactly what I was worried about.
Well, Tony, I'm glad you're going to be on a little earlier in L.A.
Yes,
and
we got a time slot.
That confounding Oprah. Yes, there you go.
I'm rolling
it's good
out.
times. Things are going well for you.
I'm not leaving, Jim.
There you go. Tony Danza, everybody. The Tony Danza Show. It's on every day. Check the local listings. We'll be right back with Will Sasso from Less Than Perfect.